What are some real-life tactical elements that we can use in eFootball? After the introduction of the new, probably one of the biggest tactical updates eFootball has ever released. Most real-life teams that attack with a 3 center-back system, like Inter Milan's 3-5-2, Amarim's 3-4-2-1, defend with a 5 at the back. And they do that by having wing-backs who go up the wings and send crosses into the box, and drop deep to the back line to form a back 5 during defense. Before, there were 2 ways we could clone this strategy: giving a fullback attacking, or giving a wide midfielder deep line. But now we can simply play a back 3 in our attacking formation and a back 5 in our defensive formation by pulling the wingbacks one line backward. The Lavolpiana build-up is a term used to describe a build-up structure where a midfielder drops into the backline during possession to create a back 3. The key idea is to create a superiority against the opponent's first line of pressure, especially against a front 2. Teams also take advantage of this temporary back 3 and allow the fullbacks to push on beyond the halfway line. Busquets, Toni Kroos, Rodri are some of the players that have played this third center-back role. Previously, we tried to recreate this by relying on the flexible positioning of possession and out wide, like having Nuno Mendes attack forward, allowing Fabian Ruiz to drop deep in build-up. Now here's what we can do. We can play the DMF of our choice as one of the 3 center backs in the attacking formation and push him back to DMF in the defensive formation. That means you can enjoy the benefits of a 3-man first line in possession without permanently defending with 5 players. We can play our fullbacks as wide midfielders so that they can push higher like real-life fullbacks do. An inverted fullback behaves like a midfielder in possession to create central numerical superiority. While out of possession, he drops into the defense line and defends just like a usual fullback. This role is popularized by Guardiola and a lot of his players, Lam, Alaba, Delph, and O'Reilly from last season. With inverted fullbacks, the team can form a 3-2 block at the back or a 2-3 block like in Pep's Bayern. We were able to recreate this in-game by playing a CMF who's given deep line. But the limitation was that we had to place the player higher than a DMF and wider than the widest CB, so we couldn't place the player next to the pivot. But the update changes everything. We can shape a perfect 3-2 block in attack, or a 2-3 block, and back to a back 4 in defense without limitations. It has become increasingly more common in modern football that teams defend in a 4-4-2, but actually attack in another formation. Teams like Arsenal under Mikel Arteta and De La Fuente's Spain regularly defend in a compact 4-4-2 block before expanding into a 4-2-3-1 once they regain possession. Or Pep's treble City, which also defended in 4-4-2 despite attacking with a 3-2-4-1. The front two often consists of the center forward and a 10, with the wingers dropping into the midfield. Previously, recreating this often meant sacrificing some attacking realism. Take my Spain Recreation as an example. To achieve the defensive shape, Dani Olmo had to play as a second striker. But in reality, Olmo attacked as an AMF and linked up play between midfield and the front line while combining with Lamine Yamal. With separate formations, we can have an AMF in attack, play a 4-2-3-1 or 4-2-1-3, and convert him to SS in defense, while the wingers become wide midfielders and we can have a 4-4-2 defense. Not only it recreates the role of the 10, it also recreates the role of modern wingers because most of them have to track back nowadays. Another role that immediately comes to mind is John Stones during Manchester City's treble-winning season. Out of possession, Stones defended as a center back. In possession, however, he stepped into midfield alongside Rodri, effectively becoming an additional pivot during the build-up, so that City could still form a 3-2 block without an inverted fullback. Previously, we've tried to recreate this in one of two ways. Either we played Stones as a CB and gave him the attacking instruction, or we played him as a defensive midfielder and applied deep line. But a deep line DMF could sometimes swap sides with the other CB during defensive transitions, making the team's shape less consistent. With separate formations, we can simply place Stones as a DMF during possession and as a CB without the ball. No special instructions required. These are only a few possibilities. I can't wait to explore the full potential of this new system in future videos, or even revisiting some of the past tactics we've cloned. But here is a doubt that I have now that attacking and deep line are gone. We might be forced to play some players at their unfamiliar position in one of the fluid formations. It is out of my expertise, so do you think this would affect their performance in game? Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the game, and I'm excited to create more and more content.